Namaste and a very good evening to one and all. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360 Foundation's episode 245. So, Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So, our mission is to invite 1,000 plus leaders and create a million leaders. Our mission, and every Wednesday we come together from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. on Zoom live to gain insights from top management leaders and last week of the month from authors. And once every quarter we take it offline in different cities to network, support and grow together. Because at Leaders Connect 360 we strongly believe that leaders create more leaders. And now before we kickstart the episode, a quick reminder. Please keep your videos on for an engaging experience. First time visitors, check out the WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn links in the chat box to stay connected and grow with us. And this episode is being recorded for our community archives. Now let's set the energy high. And if you're excited and ready for an impactful session, drop a thumbs up or a smiley in the chat box. Drop a thumbs up or smiley in the chat box. I'm waiting for the responses. Okay, that is fantastic. And now, before we go ahead, let me introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Kailash Subramanian, seasoned SME and leadership in HRIR, Komatsu India Private Limited. Let me also introduce our moderator, Mr. Pankaj Vyas, managing partner, Bija Trainings, who will be interacting with our guest speaker, and alongside our panel discussion leader, Ms. Priya Sandeep, soft skills trainer and motivational speaker. Without further ado, let's get started. Over to you, Mr. Pankaj.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. And good evening, one and all. I welcome you all on behalf of Bija Training, the Master Leadership and Leaders Connect. So, as before we moved on, I'd like to specially welcome our guest, Mr. Kailash Subramanian, and our panel discussion leader, Miss Priya Sandeep, for being here, and all the visitors who has taken out time and being part of this Leaders Connect episode 0245. As the topic itself is really different again this time, the new corporate mandate, which talks about ethics, sustainability, and operation excellence. And this is what has been a new expectations post COVID, right? That is what I believe is something which every corporate is looking forward. So let's see what we are going to learn from Mr. Kailash today. Before we move forward, I would like to officially welcome through a mode of welcome video for our guest and our panel discussion leader. So, Arul, can we have the welcome video for our guest, please? Thank you so much, Arul. And sir, Kailash sir, I welcome you once again. And Priya, Sandeep, over to you for the panel discussion, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pankaj. Yes,
Thank you,
good evening,
Pankaj.
Kailash sir.
Thank you. Kailash sir, we are unable to see you, I believe. Is it
Yes, I
only for
think there
me?
is some problem with my camera.
Okay, okay,
So I am not able to show myself.
okay.
Hope it's okay.
Fine, fine, not a
It should
problem.
be. It should be.
If we can take a minute, if you can log out and log in, if you can try that way.
Try that way. Yes, you want me to try? Okay, 1 minute.
Yes, we can. We can wait, sir. Thanks, Priya.
Thank you, Ms. Priya. Thanks for joining as a panel discussion leader today. And thank you, Srinath. Thanks for taking up the role. And yes.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So, thank you. Thank you, Nallai sir. And thank you, Pankajji, Tanisha, and other visitors who joined for today's episode. So, guest is having a problem with his camera, right? Let's wait for some time so that he can join again.
Let's wait for a minute, and
Okay, done, done,
it
done.
should be. It should be okay.
Sure. Done. Yes. Let him rejoin again. We have Ramakrishnan, Joseph, Aishwarya. Thank you all for joining.
Is he able to join?
Yeah, we joined again. Yes. If he's not able to turn on the camera again, let's proceed. No
No,
worries.
it should not be a problem then. If he's unable, then it's okay.
Yes,
Let him
yes.
go.
I think it's still not working because
No,
I
no worries, sir. Please,
relogged in.
we
Yeah,
can
that's
Yes.
completely
continue
fine.
that way.
Yes.
No
Yes.
worries. Thank you.
Sure. Done. We can proceed now, please.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining today. Yes, that's fine. We are happy to hear from you. Whether we have seen, we've been seeing you, we will be seeing you. So fine, we are happy to hear from you. Thank you very much for coming today. So can we start with our discussion, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So let me get on to the first question for the day. That is ethics today a compliance requirement or a competitive advantage for organizations?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Now, before going into this, answering this question, I would like this session to be more interactive than simply Kailash answering all his question. No, it's not a test for Kailash. It is test for everyone.
Definitely, definitely.
Let's learn from each other. That is what. So I am not a complete expert, as I believe, as of the day. So I would like to learn from you two. Has somebody has some definition for ethics? Can
Yes.
someone define what is ethics? Or maybe Priya, you can start with your definition. What do you think is ethics? How can you define it?
It is, I would say, the way of life inside and outside, especially in a work environment or an environment where everybody, other people are involved.
Okay. Any other answers, or anybody want to try any answers?
Anybody else would like to?
Any volunteers?
Always living with the truth, sir. Ethics means always, by 24/7, we have to stick on to truth and reality.
Okay, truth and reality. See, we are getting new terms. Truth, reality. Any other answers or keywords that you wanted to share somebody?
Sir, it is something which differentiates between the right and the wrong, ideally.
Very good. This goes little closer.
Okay, thank you.
Something between right and the wrong.
You're right, sir.
Any other trials or anybody want to try, or I can share my opinion?
Now, I would say it
Yes.
is moral principles that govern us, right? Like our actions, even at home or at a workplace.
Okay,
What principles we stand by,
okay.
that is our ethics.
Model principles of yours,
No,
or you
Moral,
moral,
want
moral, moral
moral,
principles.
moral.
moral principles? Okay,
Yes.
moral principles of you or moral principles of Pankaj, are they same or are they going to be different?
It is definitely going to be different.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is what I wanted to give a small note on ethics here. See, as far as ethics is concerned, as rightly specified by the other person, it is between the right and wrong. So what is right for somebody may not be right for the other person. What is wrong for somebody may not be wrong for the other person. So just a question, small questions. How many of you think drinking alcohol is ethical? Can you just raise your hands? It's just a game, that's it. Just voting. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong here. It's our belief, our thoughts, our way of taking things as right or wrong. So how many of them raise their hands? I don't see. Is there?
Arul
I don't.
openly raised his hands. Thank you.
No. You should do in the react. Just go in react and then put your the hands up so that I can
Give
count.
a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the
Uh,
reactions.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay,
drinking alcohol.
Ramakrishnan, Arul, both of them.
One. I see one. Okay, there is two, Arul. So we are 16 here. Okay, thanks. You can put your hands down. So out of 16, only 2 people say that it is ethical to drink. Balance 14, I will tell you, maybe 6 people will think that it is wrong. And balance 6 people might think, sorry, I don't know whether it is ethical or not. So this is our current status. So being ethical differs from person to person. But how I see. So, okay. So that I am going to explain now. My opinions. Basically, the ethics definition, if you go search in the history, if you go and search in the past, our literatures, our Vedic culture, all these things. First, I would refer to the Manu's dharma, because I see dharma as ethics. What is right? What is wrong? Ethics is nothing but dharma. Are we going by the right thing? Simple. So Manu says, even if you take a pot of water and boil it, no, and then drink the hot water, it is a sin because it kills enormous number of microbes. So if you think that killing of any other organism is a sin and unethical, that is unethical. If you think that it is okay to still eat, because I don't know how many of you are vegetarian, non-vegetarian here. So non-vegetarian may not think that it is nothing wrong. So it is still ethical, right? So it differs. But he says, if you want to be purely ethical, what level of ethical are you? You have to think starting from a scale of 0 to maybe 100. If you want to put yourself, you can see where you are standing. For example, if you see as Kailash, I will say a pot of water, boiling it and eating all the microbes inside is totally unethical. So I go with 100. But the scale varies, right? From person to person. The second dharma where Krishna has taught in Mahabharata, because and Bhagavad Gita, because this is one of the epics and one of the very important literature for the Indian setup, Indian country also. So this says, where Krishna says, if you do something which is very good for the maximum number of people, that is ethics. Where you have to have some kind of a minor number of affected persons, please consider them for the some special reconsideration. No, some kind of a extra treatment or extra this thing. It is still ethical. That is how he says, do max good. What you do is max good for maximum people. It is ethical. This is how ethics is seen. But when you go to profession, there is a lot of different ways of interpreting this ethics. Please understand that. So for what purpose you are contexting or discussing about the ethics is very important. Okay. The second thing is, I have told different people have different ethical understanding and acceptance levels. Now, let me go to the organizational or corporate ethics. Individual ethics itself is too complicated to understand, accept, right? Organizational ethics. Have you defined your organizational ethics clearly? What is wrong? What is right? Have you already done it? So if you have not done it, please go back and visit what is your corporate ethics. Okay. Let me give you an example. How many of you here are allowed to receive a page calendar gift from any of the stakeholders? You can accept it or not. How many can accept? Can you just raise your hands? Okay. So a few of you say that you can accept a calendar. Okay. I understand. How many of you can accept a gold ring as a gift from one of the stakeholders? Maybe none. So you see the difference now? Have you defined your corporate ethics? Maybe it is defined in your ethics or not, I don't know. Please go back and check. So what you have defined and what is your corporate acceptance level, ethics acceptance level, please study it. Okay. The third thing is ethics expectations from stakeholders. What is this? Okay. In your company, a person is receiving a gift worth of 3 lakhs. Does all the stakeholder accept it? He has received from one business partner or one supplier 3 lakhs gift. Do you think your shareholders will accept this? Your management will accept this? No, I don't think so. So, what is the ethics expectation from each and every stakeholder, including the government authority, including the shareholders, including your management, top management, your board of directors, your management committee, your employees? You accept a 3 lakh worth gift, Priya. Do you think that your employees will accept this?
They may expect it from their side also.
Yes. Does your company then accept this? No. See, this is where the lot of contradictions go. Now, ethics is what is acceptable to all the stakeholders is ethics. You have to fix it like that. See, first point I told you is please go back and visit what is your ethics saying. Is it acceptable to all the stakeholders? Check it. Finally, do you think India, we have something called a regulation for ethics or something like that? Have you ever heard of it? Yes, no? No? I will tell you it is yes. Because some regulations are very, very clear in what you should do, what you should not do. But maybe 100% crystal clear picture is not available. As per one regulation, it is acceptable. As other regulation, it is not acceptable. Contradictions are also available. Understand? So we do not have a regulatory part, ethics. So if you ask me, compliance requirement means regulatory requirements, stakeholders requirements. So are we complying here? Can we do 100% compliance, do you think? Little difficult, because if your ethical definition is not very clear, ethics definition is not very clear, it is going to be very difficult. So my answer would be, it is a competitive advantage. The more ethical you are, the more trust people will develop on you. And the more trust, more ethical each employee and each business operation is, the stakeholders are going to have a greater trust on your organization. We can discuss still more. I can give you samples of Satyam. I can give sample of ICICI Bank, Punjab National Bank, so many company cases, including that of the Kingfisher. No? Kingfisher and the airlines. How many people develop the trust on these companies? Very difficult, right? So it's a competitive advantage. It's okay? Can we go to the next question?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for wonderfully taking it to the perfect answer you have been you had trying to give. Thank you very much. Yes, these ethics differs from person to person, company to company. Even for the same person, it differs at times. So yes, what you said perfectly brought to that answer of yours. Thank you very much, sir. Now going to the next question. How can companies balance profitability with sustainability? We were talking about examples, not in yes, no, something like that. With sustainability without compromising operational performance.
Okay, let me ask few questions, because this question is very tricky. I have certain questions to the audience and the person who has framed this question. I don't know, maybe Aishwarya, or I don't know who is this person who framed this question.
You can go ahead, sir. We'll answer.
I will ask this question. Is profitability a sustainable requirement?
Yes.
How many of you say yes? Everyone?
Yes.
I think everyone should say yes. So when profitability is a sustainability requirement, how do you split profitability and the sustainability? I don't know. I'm confused now. You get my answer? The next question. Is profitability a only sustainable requirement?
No, there are many.
No. Maybe profitability is only one of the sustainable requirement. Am I clear? Do you need another explanation or repeat of my answer?
If you can give an explanation.
Okay, I will throw a little light.
Yeah.
My question was, is profitability a only sustainable requirement for an organization?
How do you say yes?
Okay. Is profitability a sustainable requirement? First questions. Yes. Everybody agree. Is profitability the only sustainable requirement of a company? Yes, no, please. I need answers from you. If you don't answer yes or no, I am confused now. Is profitability going to be the only sustainable requirement of this organization in today's environment or today's ambience or today's market?
No.
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 How many of you say no? Many people, yes, it is no. Of course, profitability is one of the sustainable requirement. And on the other hand, it is not the only requirement, only sustainable requirement. There are many other requirements that are going to be sustainable, right? Now, what do you want to sustain? This is my next question to you. What do you want to sustain? What do you want to sustain? No answers.
The deliverables.
Okay, let me go like this. In Komatsu, we have something called SLQDC. This is our business priority. Okay. S means safety, L means legal, Q means quality, D is delivery, and then the C is cost. This is some priority list of our company. So I want all the 5 to be sustainable. Yes, because this year I have 0 accidents. Next year I should have to be in either 0 accident. For example, this year I have 5 accidents. Next year I would like to have less than 5 accidents. At least there is an improvement. So every key performance indices that you monitor for your business should be sustainable. Right? So, of course, many times what we have trouble is the trade-offs. You know what is trade-off? There are business requirements where whether we need to give the delivery or we need to give the legal compliance. Which one goes first for Komatsu? It is legal compliance. Delivery is next. So that means you need to give delivery, yes. Can you forego the legal compliance for delivery? No. Should I throw more light? Are you clear with my explanation? Should I repeat? Is it okay?
Yes, if you can quickly repeat once and let's go for the next.
Okay. See, there are n number of key performance indices for sustainability. Correct? I don't want to go in very much detail because I see there are something coming up in the next questions also. So I would like to answer those questions also with very much detail. But as of now, since we have, for example, our management has set under 100 KPI key performance indices. In this, profitability is one of the indices. In this, safety is one of the indices. In this, one is health, one is legal compliance, one is cost reduction, one is high quality, no field failures or no after product failures, right? So many indices are there. But sometimes one or two of these indices are contradicting each other. And sometimes we have to take a call which one we have to give out for the benefit of the other one. What we can trade off. Is it okay? You understand now? You got it? So what we are going to trade off? The next important thing criteria is, are you looking at short-term benefits or long-term benefits? For example, you told me the earlier question you asked me about ethics. Ethics is a long-term benefit or a short-term benefit? What do you think?
Long-term.
How many of you say long-term? Anyone saying that ethics is short-term? So ethics is long-term. Profitability is long-term or short-term? Profitability is long-term or short-term? No answers. I'm struck. Somebody says long-term. I don't know which is one he's talking about. Profitability is purely annual. This year make profit, it is profitability for this year. Next year, it all depends upon the market, your competition, your market share. Everything is important. Based on that, only your profitability is there. So profitability is a short-term benefit. Correct? So you can enjoy this year. I don't know whether you will enjoy next year. But ethics is long-term. It doesn't come all at once. This year, this much ethics, next year, no, based on business requirement, let us modify our ethics and reduce it so that we get the profitability. Can we do that? No. So our ethics is long-term benefit or long-term, it's a long-term indicator, long-term target. Ethics is profitability is a short-term indices or target or benefit, whatever you say. So now operational performance should surely consider profitability as one of the sustainability goals. Of course, there are also other sustainability goals. What you need to, you have asked in the question itself, compromising. That is the trade-off. Which one you should trade off for which? That is all depending upon your priority. That's your business priority. And that's your priority to also keep the long-term and short-term benefits together. The management has to think in that fashion. For short-term gain, I cannot give up certain things. So no, this year I will cut all the salary hikes, promotions, everything I will cut. I think in the COVID period, it happened in many companies and was questioned by many employees, right? Even during the COVID, people were having tough times. They were working virtually and they were doing business, right? They were yielding results. But why not salary hikes? Then subsequently, the most of the managements realized that, oh, we have struck up. We have done something on short term. Let's go for the long term visual. And next year, they changed their pattern of salary hikes and benefits, right? So what we want, we have to do. But of course, as per the question, what you can, I think I have
Call
made
an
it a crystal.
call.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a crystal clear call of the management.
Yes.
What you are going to do, you have to decide as a leader, right?
Yes. Definitely. Yes.
I think I have completed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, ultimately it's the individual call. Like you said, it all differs from company to company and the individuals. Thank you. Yes, sir. Now let's go to the next question. That is what are the biggest leadership challenges in embedding ethical culture across all organizations?
Okay, we have spoken.
I'm sure there are some common factors here.
we have seen what is ethics, and now we have come to ethical culture. No,
Okay.
bigger term. I'm happy
Yes.
that at least as a HR professional, I can answer this in a little different manner.
Okay.
The first thing is diversity in thoughts and actions. We saw this in the ethics itself. What is ethical for somebody is not going to be ethical for the other person. There are difference of thinking and different. People are different. Even our 5 fingers are different. People are different, right? And of course, their way of living, where from they are coming, they're brought up. What is their behavior, attitude? What is their principles of living? Some people are very much principled. They stick on to their principles, right? So it all depends upon this diversity. How you are going to match this diversity and bring it to a common platform. This is the biggest challenge for every leadership. Even in your department, you may have 5 people. They have different thoughts, different actions, different principles, right? Very difficult. How to make all the things in one platform is very difficult. This is one of the challenge. Of course, the next thing is based on this or based on your business, based on your corporate, you would have already set a corporate ethical standard. Have you defined your ethical standards? If yes, is it sufficient enough to maintain your business and your trust for your stakeholders? Has it already created a good trust on your stakeholders? For example, your shareholders, because they are investing in your company. Has that trust developed in all the government authorities? Per se, last year, you have got 5 show cause notices from different departments. What is the trust of government authorities on this corporate? See, this is all matters. So, ethical culture, how your employees are also seeing this. They know that 5 shokas has come or something like that. They come to know. Do you think employees will trust the company management? Oh, this company management is very good and they are going to be so loyal to me. They're going to help me, all these things. Do you think they will develop that trust? I think very difficult. No? So, you have to set a corporate ethical standard and simply make everyone know that such a standard is existing. And everyone has to follow these rigorously. And what level of reinforcement or enforcement that you are doing to maintain these ethical standards are being followed by people. Before going further, of course, has your corporate defined a code of conduct or ethics, code of ethics for the organization, for the business, for the group of people, for a group of people, what can be done, what cannot be done?
Yes.
Something like that? Defined?
Yes. Yes.
That means Kailash, Priya together will make n number of gameplays to handle different situations like handling Pankaj, handling Arul. Do you have a group ethics? I don't think
It's
many.
evolving based on
Yes. See, this is one of the evolving field. Individual ethics are given. Corporate business ethics are available, but group ethics are not available. Correct? So those kind of things are very important. Monitoring, I told you. Then, of course, here also setting trade-off priorities at different levels for the ethics. For example, can a manager deviate a ethical standard? Can a GM deviate a ethical standard allowed? Can a board member deviate the ethical standard? But what happens is in the business times, I'm telling you, at the top side, people take, or the leadership take their own way and deviate from the ethical standards quite often. And this becomes the pattern for the, or it becomes a prelude for the lower management people to understand that, okay, you can deviate, I can also deviate. This is very bad. So the leaderships should be ethically very, very strong. That means practice before preaching. Right?
practice.
Preaching.
Live by example.
Examples. Live by examples. And self-validation by leaders for trade-offs. When trade-offs come, they should stick on to the ethical, not to the other priority or other reason or purpose, because it goes unethical or maybe a deviation of ethical. Of course, the major challenge is social culture versus corporate culture. Social ethics culture, what do you think about India's today's scenario? Very good? Very good? How can you rate? 0 to 100 if you want to rate. What can you rate? Social ethical standards and culture of India. How many of you give 100? Can you raise your hands? Okay, now let me give another example. What is the social ethical culture of India versus social ethical culture of Singapore? Which one do you think is better or good? Any answers?
Singapore.
So why you are going to Singapore here? We have to make India for number one, no? Make in India, no? Why don't we make India ethically number one culture? Understand? So if you are running a business in Singapore, your ethical culture is well ensured compared to that of India. That is what he is saying. Correct? That is what the understanding that we get after receiving such information. So the social ethical culture versus corporate ethical culture. Maybe the employees working in Singapore of your company will be more ethical than the people who are working in India. Do you agree? So we might not agree because it is touching our ego. Oh, as Indians, we are not performing well. Kailash is pointing out like this. That might be going into your mind. But the problem and reality we should accept is that what is the social culture here? Ethical culture? It's not so ethical. Whereas Singapore is a little more ethical than us. So we should take the good things from the other countries or other people. So what is the best ethical standard? We should follow it. You understand?
Yes, sir. Practice anything and everything that you preach. Practice before you preach. Yes, definitely.
Thank you. This is one good point. The other point that I wanted to best is go for the best standard. Go for the best standard. Indian regulation do not have good ethical standards. Don't worry. Go for Singapore ethical standards. There. Bring it to your corporate and you can make it available here. Coach your people. Follow up whether they are following this. Please make sure. You can still build a very strong ethical culture in your company. That is what I want to tell you. Maybe Singapore, maybe 80 marks. But what about if you go to Sweden or Norway? What do you think? The most developed countries. Do you think they will have better ethical standards? Any idea? They are having more ethical standards than Singapore, for your information. Please go back. You can refer. All international standards are all available in Google. Just go through it. Go for the best and train your people for the best and make sure that they are performing best. Do you think your ethical culture will come back? Yes. Of course, a lot of challenges are there. You have to do it. I think I have finished with this question.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for all those wonderful insights, sir. Yes, you have touched every point on the ethics, especially in the company side. Thank you very much, giving examples and how a leader can be and what can be followed, ideal ways to follow. Thank you very much for all those wonderful insights. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. If I can hand over to Pankaj now.
Thank you so much, Miss Priya, for having this wonderful panel discussion. And I believe this is for the first time, I am not going to share my learning. Rather, this particular, discussion has given a thought, right? A introspection that, what we really think is ethics is really what we are following, or there is a lot which has to be done to really come to those standards of ethics, what Sir has talked about in all the aspects, right? Yes, and that has really given us a lot of understanding about that we should think more on the next level on all these aspects. Then only we'll be able to make those standards for our country, what we have been talking about today, right? Because I believe this is for the first time it happened that everybody was puzzled to answer the questions being asked by our panel discussion leader, our guest today. Otherwise, normally what happens, everybody is always ready with answers. This is for the first time it happened, everybody was thinking, what should I answer? They had something in mind, but they didn't want to share, right? So that has given a thought about introspection. So thanks for bringing that waves in the minds and the hearts of the people to think about it. Thank you so much. So that has been my understanding today. Let's see what people have understood through a mode of a quick quiz. So Dr. Ishwarya, I would like to invite you to come for this quiz here, and please have your quiz here. Thank you so much. Is Ishwarya there?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Arul, who's going to
Oh,
take
hello.
it?
Yeah, Mr. Nalla is doing the quiz today. Yes.
Oh, okay, sir. Nellai, sir.
Good evening, and all. Thanks to Bija Training for this opportunity. So, quiz leader. Dear Mr. Kailash Subramanian, sir, thank you for the wonderful insight about the new corporate mandate, emphasizing the group ethics and business ethics, along with the sustainable profit, and long-term thinking over the short-term gains. Thank you, sir. Let's see who is the lucky winner of this week quiz. So fastest fingers first. Let's see who writes the correct answer in the chat box. The question will be posted in the chat box with the choices. Just a minute. The more ethical standard mainly helps in building, creates the dash in the people. A, competition, B, popularity, C, trust, and D, authority. Okay. Yes. So the correct answer is C. Then the fastest fingers. The winner of this week quiz is Srinath. Yes.
Yes. Congrats, Srinath.
Congratulations, Srinath.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Srinath, for being the quiz winner today. And you will be getting a book from one of our author, right? So Arul is going to share the what prize you are going to get, and above that you have a bonus wherein you can unmute yourself and ask question to our guest. So that's a bonus for you today. So please feel free to ask one question to our guest, and then we can move forward. Arul, I believe you are going to do the needful for Mr. Srinath in terms of he's the winner. So over to you, Mr. Srinath. If you
Yes,
want to
Pankaj.
ask a quick question, you can, please.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. It's just one question. I was listening to the conversation, and what touched me was about the presence of group ethics. Say the corporate ethics, company ethics standards, what is being enforced to comply by all employees is one. But when you talk about group ethics, it's something like an elephant in the room nobody talks about, right? How do you see that? It cannot be avoided, right, at any cost. It is all subjective. Like, what is your view on that, sir?
See, I'll tell you, this is something which is derived from the subject called organizational behavior. This is a complete HR subject. And if you ask HR people, they are most familiar about all these things. And of course, some kind of auditors and other people who do some kind of investigative journalism, all these things inside the company, they are not actually journalists, but they will do all kind of research with people. This is what we call it as a snake pit metaphor. It's called snake